What's happening, everybody? Jimmy from Clockwerk Industries, and just like that, we're back with another one. In this video, it's going to be the first of a new build series for this project here. I'm calling it the Lorum Ipsum build for right now because just like on a WordPress site, when you show up on there and it's all blank, it says Lorum Ipsum because I believe it's Latin for placeholder. So that's pretty much what this project's going to be. I have some hardware that looks pretty decent. It's a 1080 and gaming M7 MSI motherboard in there. Cooler Master, fully modular V1000 power supply. And the whole purpose of this build is just to have some decent looking hardware in here to start modding so I can have a good looking build to take product photos. So I want to do some videos on all the products that I have available on the website, from knuckle combs like we have here to rake combs, panel combs, the magnetic door panel. And speaking of the magnetic door panel, that was supposed to be the first video for this build series until this happened right here. And what I realized was I was cutting on the material I used for the H440 door panels, and the master case is 10 millimeters wider. So when it went to hit the magnet circle, it went off the side of the material. Good thing I'll be able to salvage that piece of material and still cut a H440 door panel out of it. But I have more material on the way for stocking the master case replacement door panels, because I know some people would like to have an acrylic window instead of the tempered glass that is available, and also to have one that is clear instead of one that you can't see through, because the tempered glass that comes with it is a very dark tint. So if you want to show off all the hardware inside, you might want to replace that with an acrylic one, at least on one side. In this video, I'm basically just decided to go ahead and take the hardware that was in this case, which is just our kind of media PC for out here in the shop. We're playing YouTube videos, podcasts, and that kind of stuff. And I'm just filmed a bunch of footage of transferring the hardware out of this case and putting it into this thermal take case that I got from the MSI Pro Mod contest. I think that's where I got this motherboard as well. Or this motherboard came for a project I was going to be working on. The project never happened, so I did an unboxing and a review video on the motherboard and the graphics card instead. You can find that over on a different playlist on this same channel. What ended up happening was, by the time I went to use this hardware in a build, it was DOA. So I never, because they were sent to me as review and kind of modding samples, I never sent them back to get RMA'd or anything like that. So it is what it is. They're gonna work perfect for this build, so it works out in the end. So I took a bunch of footage of just tearing the hardware out of this case and putting it in this one, because I was originally gonna mod this Pro 6 and never got around to it. Business started picking up, and I was a one-man shop at that time, and I was juggling custom orders and production, and I haven't had time to mod a computer probably since 2017, around the time I did my Mastercase Pro 5 mod and wrapped up the Cypress 29 mod. It's been a while, and I'm really excited to get back into doing this. That's why I just wanted to get started on a new project, and I figured doing this build that I've been needing to do for a while for the website photos was a good way to get started. And then I also have 2 more builds planned, but I'll get more into that down the road. I'm gonna do a mini ITX build in the Yule Beast motif monument case. I do have a big workstation project that I'm gonna be doing, because getting into the more marketing kind of stuff and video editing, it's a lot more demanding. And especially as I get into higher level production with more complex fixture assemblies, the 3D modeling requirements go way up. The goal is to get a workstation build done, and I think I'm gonna scratch build the whole thing. We'll see how things turn out, but that's the game plan for now. I don't know if it'll be later in the fall or in the spring when I get my first industrial machine. We'll play that by ear and see how that goes for now. I already am so happy with that I decided to do this, just because the first couple photos I got of this cable. Because people that don't know about computer building and modding, it is getting a lot more popular since I started. When I started, there was no social media posts. I mean, you had social media, but it wasn't as big on there. Everything was done on forums. My first sponsors came from doing work logs on forums like overclock.net and BitTech, the Mod Zoo with Bill Owen, a bunch of these other computer tech forums, and that's where you shared your work at. Posted your work log, and you got a bunch of feedback from other modders. It was a much smaller smaller, more niche community, and you got a lot of good feedback there. It was an overall very positive community and positive environment. It's unfortunately kind of that aspect of things kind of fell apart, the whole tight-knit community thing, when things went to social media, and you had a lot of people coming into seeing modding, which is great because it expanded things out. You know, more people got to experience it. Problem was things start to get watered down. So, you know, I see people post into a Facebook group and just get 50 comments of people talking crap like right to their face, and I'm just like, man, this is nothing like it used to be back in the forums. But you know, I'm just like reminiscing on the old days when everything was better. But either way, I do feel like the community was a lot more positive back in those days, and it was way more supportive and encouraging. You know, the goal was to get more people on board and want to have fun. Why do you want to share your first project that you took all the time and effort to learn how to do these things? Nobody's builds are immaculate precision machine things the first time. I mean, you're running a Dremel, you never used it before, but you wanted to get encouraged and people will give constructive criticism like, oh man, that looks great. You could have done this and this and this. You should give this a try next time. Not, oh, that sucks. Do it like this. Like, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to put in all those hours of work to be met with that kind of comment. And of course, it is the internet, so you're gonna run into those things. But you know, if I try to, you know, if I find myself commenting on someone's project, if I don't like it, I usually don't put a comment, or if I don't see it, you know, stuff like that. But if I'm gonna comment on something, I'm gonna usually try to comment something positive. I'm not trying to put that negative energy out there because that just comes right back in your face. And usually the people that are posting that way are already bitter and negative, and they're just letting it out on somebody who's, you know, trying to get after it and make something happen. So it is what it is. But I didn't really have a whole lot with this first video for this. I just kind of wanted to get an introduction video out there. Decided since the door panel thing fell through, that'll probably be the next video. Maybe not. I'm at least happy that I got the hardware out and transferred, got one of these first extension cables built up. It already looks so much better. People would see what I'm working on and they'd be like, whoa, so it holds cables together. Like, well, what is, you know, you can't tell what it's for, you know, what you're supposed to be doing with it by just seeing a picture of a cable comb. If you never built a computer with custom cable management, you'd have no idea what that was. And then even if you saw some of my other pictures, like my product photos where it's got the, you know, cable comb with the wires going through it, you still wouldn't know what it was for. It just looks like a cable held together with a piece of aluminum. So I wanted to get some actual, or have a build here on deck to get some actual good, you know, like in-process shots of what the products are doing and their purpose. Very purpose-driven pictures, so I can get those on the website and share it on my social media accounts and stuff like that. And it also makes for a good video series to share the process on this. I do plan on doing like a little bit of extra modding work with products that I don't actually offer right now, but some things maybe I'm considering and prototyping around, but I do want to put like a nice power supply shroud in here to cover up some of the lower wires, because just for the purpose of this build, I'm probably just going to run extensions. I'm going to make some short jumpers coming out of the power supply, and then the rest will be extension cables that I can easily change out back and forth, because the purpose of this is to be able to hot swap, you know, cables out and products out, so I can take photos of the new products, like with the new cable management line coming out. I want to be able to pull off the rake combs and knuckle combs and put on all the new cable combs and, you know, stuff like that. So I want to be able to do that in a convenient way and not have to spend forever tearing everything apart to put it back together again, or take a bunch of pieces out to get the cables out and all, you know, I don't want anything kind of like securely locked into this build. I want to be able to like pop the cable out, slide off the combs, put on a different color, pop it back on, and take some more pictures. One of the next videos, now that this is in here like this, I think I probably could get started. So if the materials probably won't be here, if I get lucky, they'll be here this week, but the video might not be till next week. So what I might do for the next video in this series is running through a panel comb tutorial, because I have had a lot of questions on how do these mount, what type of screws do I need, and I want to go through all of that stuff, and I want to get that video linked onto all the panel comb products on the website. So I think the panel comb video will probably be next in this series. In part of all of this, I'm launching a new vlog series. I'll explain more about that in the intro of that. I don't know which one of these is going to end up first. Probably this video. Kind of reformatting the vlog series to be more of a day-to-day type shop experience. I'm going to kind of try to get footage of different things we do throughout the day, and then get a collective of it throughout the week, and then drop a video once a week for you know, a shop vlog, basically. Instead, like before, I was kind of picking a topic and then just talking about it. Now I'm going to try to compile different footage from different things and run some music behind it, and just kind of play throughout the week of the different things going on, making fixtures, maybe designing some new parts, editing videos, all the different stuff that we're doing around here, maintaining the machine, doing cleaning, upgrading, all that kind of stuff. So just to give you guys a good idea of the day-to-day around here. And if anything cool pops up in that, I'll have those videos too. I think that will be it for this one. These videos for the build series probably won't be too long. I'm gonna try to keep these ones around 10 minutes, and the vlogs, those could probably go between 10 and 20 minutes. And then I have a couple ideas for like shorter, quick videos, like 4 to 5 minutes, but we'll see how things go. I'm trying to plan out a lot of different things with trying to really get back into making videos and getting them up on the channel and getting steady, regular content out. It's been a little bit kind of like trying to get a workflow back in and stuff. It's been a little inconsistent, I guess. You know, I had one each week, then it was like 2 weeks. So I really want to have 1 to 2 videos out every week. So that's the goal for now. But I'm really excited. These cables look great in here. Made for some great macro shots that I'm going to get on the website soon. And you'll probably see those if you subscribe to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Those are the 3 main ones that I post video and photo content to, and then videos on YouTube. So if you like the video and you're interested in following the rest of the series and the mods that are going to go on in this case, please subscribe and share the videos. With that, we'll wrap this one up, and stay tuned for the vlog video. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate the support. Later.